Whether you're a senior or whether you're a young person, you deserve the quality of life in a decent place to live that's safe and enduring. That's what public housing was invented for, and we needed to make sure that we brought that back. And this project, I think, does just that.
I've been a resident in Ocean Bay for 12 years. When I found out that new management was going to take over, I was extremely happy.
I have been a resident in Ocean Bay since approximately 1975. The experience was a horrible experience. Matter of fact, I was getting ready to move. That's when I heard that RAD was going to take over, and I was really a happy camper.
I think it's really obvious when you walk through Ocean Bay that the investment that has been done there, that was facilitated by the RAD program, by the RDC team taking on this task, is so evident in the buildings and the transformation that happened, but it's equally evident in the neighborhood for the residents who live there.
The Ocean Bay RFP was not purely an economic one. It focused on learning about the developer, being assured and confident that the developer shared NYCHA values and goals.
I met Mike about 30 years ago, and then this NYCHA project came in, and it was so large that we seemed to be a natural. Us being probably one of the largest management companies that do affordable housing in the city, and him being probably the best developer.
We talked for the last 30 years about forming a company together, which we formed, I guess, about 5 years ago, which was RDC. The most important thing is to follow through on our promises, stabilizing the buildings and making people's lives better.
This site was already in a state of disrepair. And then in 2012, Superstorm Sandy hit, which exacerbated all the conditions. We had close to 30 inches of water coming across the site. It was a major catastrophe.
The residents at Bayside are basically in brand new apartments. We have 100% new flooring, brand new kitchens, new windows, an entire new heating system.
24 buildings, 4,000 residents in 9 months complete. We put the boilers up on the roof in modules, did a complete new hydronic system with the existing steam system still in operation. This was a unique approach.
By having the boilers on the roofs, now we don't have to worry about the boilers getting flooded because they're in a basement below grade in a flood zone.
I just couldn't believe the before and after. Now it feels like a community.
If it wasn't for the RAD program, we would still have individuals living in conditions that I know I would not want my family to live in.
RAD is a program that essentially converts Section 9 to Section 8. It allows you to get private financing, leverage all the different types of financing that private owners have access to, but public housing authorities don't.
I think the success of any project is about meeting with the residents and listening to what they really need, and then having them be part of the solution.
RDC gained my trust by asking questions. I became a part of the RAD roundtable, and they listened. And then they came back to the table and showed me how they did it, and they did it fantastic.
As part of our commitment to the local community, throughout the course of the project, we made sure that we met every single local business, every single resident that wanted a job got afforded an opportunity to work on Ocean Bay.
I got hired with MDG, with the construction. They called me for the interview, and I got the job as an administrative assistant.
Our goal was to hire 30 NYCHA residents. We ended up hiring almost 90 NYCHA residents. And we ended up hiring over $30 million of MWBE contracts.
When you talk about jobs, it's really happened here. This project has really moved the community into a direction that I believe has reduced crime, has helped people feel good about where they are living at, and be treated like human beings.
The transformation's unbelievable. The crime was completely out of control. It's just a completely different place.
Since all of our efforts, in 2016, there were 65 crimes reported to the New York Police Department. In 2017, there was a 65% decrease. And now through the first 7 months of 2018, there was a 100% decrease with no crimes reported to the New York Police Department.
We are not only providing affordable housing, but we're giving opportunity to some of the most vulnerable citizens.
I had the opportunity to walk the site last spring with both Mike and Susan, and it is very clear when you walk the site that they have put their heart and soul into this project.
This is transformative in the sense it's a complete turnaround. When I've talked to tenants about what this has meant to them and their families and their hopes for the future and their place in the world, I find it personally moving.
I want to give my heartiest congratulations to RDC and thank you for improving the lives of over 4,000 people.
What we have now is marvelous, and we thank them very much.
Thank you a million times over to RDC for bringing us back to life and giving us a decent place to live.